All right, we back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I might talk about this on my other channel as well, Goodfellas Sports TV. But part of this is pertaining to Michigan. There's a rumor going out there that Michigan, Ohio State, Nebraska, Penn State, and I put a screenshot on the screen. If I missed any other Big Ten school, could join the Big 12 in the makeshift season. They are anticipating that the Big Ten will follow the MAC and University of Connecticut and cancel the season. And also there are talks that USC, Georgia, Alabama, BYU, and Notre Dame may form, get in on this as well. All right. They might just get the Power 5 conference teams that still want to do the college football season, and they may split those teams I named and possibly a few others into one conference for the COVID situation. So you have a Western and an Eastern division. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. This wouldn't be a permanent stay for the Big 12, for Michigan, from what I understand. It'll just be for the COVID year. Now, if COVID continue on and they don't get a successful vaccine to cure this year or by next year, then you could see Michigan as well doing it again next year with the Big 12. So, but it sounds like they're going to chop it up with the teams that actually want to go ahead and got the finances and resources to test the players, and they're going to chop it up with two conferences, right? And that's what they sound like they want to do. But possibly, I think it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? I think it is a really, really good idea. I know people saying, oh, they putting people's lives at stake, and for the love of money and the love of the economy and all this type of stuff. But then again, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They there to get an education, and that scholarship ain't cheap. All right, and that's what it is. But my whole thing is to protect their safety. They shouldn't be playing college ball. But you know what? It's another risk due to, and that's by going to college and sleeping in dorms and, piling in on classes and stuff of that nature. That's a very, very big risk for a lot of these players for a lot of these kids to be taking. To be honest, they should cancel the whole college semester until they get it together, or just make it all online class. I know when I was in school, they had the thing called, he's sitting on my whole arm, Blackboard and stuff of that nature, and they should just do classes online. But but my whole thing about the situation with Michigan is, hey, if Michigan got the finances and the resources to test and they, the Big Ten canceled their season because maybe Rutgers and Maryland and some of these other schools can't, financially keep up, and they don't want to go ahead, and Michigan and the majority of the Big 12, Oklahoma teams and other teams want to go ahead and still do the season, why not? This could be a historic college football season. I mean, you might have Michigan in one conference, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Penn State, who else in the Big 12? Oklahoma State. You may have all these people in one conference, and then you may have, combined, could be another conference of Notre Dame, Georgia, Alabama, USC. You might have a situation where you might have the ultimate Power 15 or Power 20 conference with some of the schools that's in there. BYU, they not really a power school, but they competitive. They knock people off. You can have BYU, Notre Dame, Georgia, USC, Michigan, Oklahoma State. You know what I'm saying? Penn State, they on the rise once again. Ohio State, you know what I'm saying? And whoever else they get to form out that conference, that's going to be must-see TV. Every week it's going to be a good contest. Every week it ain't going to be no cupcake stuff. Now, if they keep the Big 12 teams in there as constructed, then, with Nebraska in there, it might be a couple easy wins for somebody. But I think it's a good idea. I think, get the schools together that can actually afford to do this, afford to test, afford to, do everything with the masks and everything that needs to go down to be clean. And you might get the best college football season. You're going to be cutting the fat. I like the fat on my steak and my corned beef, all right? Can't keep it all, but you might be cutting the bad fat. Let's leave it at that. I ain't got to see it through Alabama kicking the shit out of the Northwestern Eastern Illinois State of Agriculture and Mechanical University. I ain't got to sit through that. every week is gonna be some thumping. You know what I'm saying? Every week you're gonna have a true national champion. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have some and I'll be surprised if all of them in the conference together on Eastern and Western divisions. I'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'll be surprised if somebody come out undefeated in this scenario. I would be truly surprised. Definitely if Michigan come. I'm gonna get to Michigan in a minute. I'd be surprised if Ohio State, Alabama come out unscathed out of this. But then again, you got to remember this. We also, piece of information, they talking about the they talking about a conference championship, and then 2 weeks later a national championship. So I don't know if they gonna do a 1-1. I don't know how the national championship gonna go. Are they gonna do a playoff, a small college football playoff in the bubble? You know, the conference championship 2 teams, and then the next 2 teams, you know, as well. So you get the 1 and 2 seed in the national championship, and then you take the next, you know, the 3rd and 4th best team, and then they do a championship 2 weeks later. That'd be dope. So, you know, I'm liking it. I'm liking the idea. I want college football this year, and I ain't got to worry about a whole bunch of the toilet bowl games. Shit, sign me the hell up. For real, sign me the hell up. I ain't got to see them toilet bowl games. I get to see the best games possible every week. Shit. Sign me the hell up. I ain't even bull jiving. But as far as Michigan, this can turn out to be a hell of a nightmare for the University of Michigan, because you ain't going to have to play Purdue, Minnesota. We ain't going to be able to kick Michigan State head in. Michigan State might be in there, or they might not. We ain't got to worry about, you know, beating that. Man, every week is going to be a war. If they take all the power conferences in Notre Dame and put them in two different divisions in one conference, that's going to be the greatest college football season as long as they're able to keep the COVID off. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be strictly crack. But Michigan could be in some trouble. They can get exposed. This could be Harbaugh's worst year. And I feel that Harbaugh is untouchable. I think Harbaugh is their golden child. He can't do no wrong. No matter how bad a season get for Jim Harbaugh, I just figured that they'd never release him. They'd never fire him. But in this situation, where it's lions, tigers, bears on mount every corner, there's killers, assassins on every corner, if Harbaugh might get exposed if he don't coach up to par. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State is the least of his worries. Penn State is the least of his worries. You know, you match up against Oklahoma, who can drop 50 ball on you like that. You know, you line up and then you turn around and face Ohio State, or you face Penn State, Oklahoma State. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you never know how they going to divide them conferences up. You know, it might be some other teams that want to get in there and they can afford it too. Tennessee. You know, who else went? LSU going to want to be in there. Trust me. LSU going to want to be in a part of a conference. You're going to have an all-star conference. If this rumor is true, you're going to have an all-star conference. Think about it. LSU going to want a piece of the pie. Alabama, Georgia rumored to be in there. USC going to want to be in there. Oregon going to want to be in there. And that's what we just the teams that I just think of off top. Florida going to want a piece. Florida State, even though they suck right now, but Florida going to want a piece. You know, obviously Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Michigan State might want to get in. I don't know if they got enough money to play though. Broke Spartan-ass football organization. All right? But then again, you got, like I said, Oregon, Washington, Texas got a lot of money behind them. Texas A&M got some bread behind them. Herman Moore, Arizona State might want to pay to play. So you might get the greatest college football season out of this if everybody able to stay healthy, man. But this is a dangerous territory for Michigan, because if you cutting the cupcakes out, you know, I mean, shit, every week gonna be a fight. I expect the best of the teams to have at least 1 or 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? I do. I expect the best of the teams to have 1 or 2 losses. But Michigan, this could be one of the worst football seasons for Michigan of all time. Real talk. This could be one of the worst seasons for Michigan all time. because they go against these monsters in these conferences. You know, we got talent, but Harbaugh just don't seem to be able to coach that good. We can get exposed. We can get stumped out. The least of our worries is Ohio State saying they're going to have us begging for the mercy rule and put 100. That's the least of our worries. Nick Saban, I mean, woo! This might be a great football season as a college football fan, but as a University of Michigan fan, this scared the shit out of me. I ain't going to lie. You know how much flack I got to take online? Oh, whoop-de-whoop. Michigan got smashed 3 weeks in a row. Ohio State, Alabama, USC, or whatever. I don't know, man. You know? But as a Michigan fan, it's scary, but I would like to see our boys go out there and compete. We got a good receiving core coming back. Got Chris Evans coming back. Or even Joe Milton or Dylan McCaffrey going to be throwing that thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to this to our season. But, you know, it's a chance that the Big Ten may not it's a chance that the Big Ten might cancel just like the MAC. And if some of these other conferences start to cancel, they might just form one big conference. So that's what I'm saying. So, like I said, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I ain't going to hold you up. I'm looking forward to it. You know, as a Michigan fan, it kind of scared me, but I'm competitive. You know, I used to get butterflies before games, and, you know, but once the games get to rolling, then I become, you know, entrenched in whatever it is. So, Harbaugh got to be on his P's and Q's, because this is basically an all-star conference play for 1 year. All right, I had to do another ending, but yeah, man, to close out on the Power Conference that they thinking about doing, I'm excited for it. It's a great idea, but I do understand if the masses of the players of all the schools that may participate don't want to play. I'm all for lives over the economy. So if they don't want to play and don't want to have a season, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I think their lives are more important than my pleasure watching them on TV, straight up and down. So, but Michigan might have their hands full in this one. Harbaugh might get exposed. It might get to the point where it gets so bad, they might give Harbaugh the boot, no matter how good the love affair was here. And I know he up for an extension pretty soon as well, too. So, I mean, I'm glad that he stuck it out, that he didn't, like, run. You know what I'm saying? He could have ran and went off back to the NFL, but I really think Harbaugh is really showing that he is an overrated football mind, and that Greg Roman and whoever else, Vic Fangio, I think was his coordinator, and with the 49ers, whoever it was, I think his coordinators really made him look good in 49er land. But, you know, it's an awesome idea, man. I think I think if the product is that good, with all those power schools kind of being, you know, sucked in as one, if it's really that good, I think why change it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can live without fucking Baylor, well, the Baylors of the world and the Texas Tech in the world. Let them play for a piece, for one playoff spot. But then again, I think you're going to see some record-breaking ratings too. I think you're going to see some record-breaking ratings, but it can't stay like this. Notre Dame like being independent and bringing in their own money and not sharing their money. See, it's how it's go. Like when they win, you know, all the bowl games, then they share the money in the conference with the other schools. So that's one of the benefits. But one of the benefits of Notre Dame, they keep all the money. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I look forward to it if they actually do it. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget to check out our College Sports Talk playlist. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. If you ever need to get in touch with me, Twitter is the fastest way. Then Facebook, then IG. Want to make a donation, CJGood313 is the Cash App and PayPal link there as well. But hey, man, I don't even want you to donate financially. I want you to share this video, screen record it, share it somewhere. That's the best way to help me out. Then you can subscribe, hit the bell icon button. And I talk a lot of Lions, Pistons, current Detroit news, college. You know, if I really get back into baseball, I'll talk about that. But I'm really the only one-stop shop, you know, out here in Detroit channel doing it big like this with college and football, Pistons and all that. And the news, some people do the Lions, some people just do the Pistons. I do everything. So appreciate the love, support. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. We going.